Hello and welcome to the Star Ambulance Service AHP 300 ventilator training video. First, we'll start by connecting the ventilator circuit that comes straight out of the package to the ventilator device. There are 3 tubes. They will only fit in their proper spots, including one being color coordinated. Blue goes to blue. Now that you have your circuit connected, you'll also, of course, want to make sure that your oxygen is connected to either your S valve on your portable tank or on your onboard regulator. The ventilation mode that we're going to choose for the standard adult intubated patient is going to be the volume SIMV mode, which stands for Synchronized Intermittent Mechanical Ventilation. In this mode, it will deliver the set tidal volume at the set breaths per minute to the patient. However, it will adjust for when a patient takes a spontaneous breath and will adjust its timing accordingly as to when it delivers its next breath. Any setting that you wish to change, ranging from breaths per minute or tidal volume or any other inspiratory time or oxygen percentage, simply select the area that you want. It will begin flashing, and you can adjust using the increase and decrease button. In this case, we're going to increase the tidal volume to 500. Simply hit again. It will stop flashing and it locks in. The AHP 300 has a built-in compressor, hence why you don't actually have to be connected to oxygen in order to ventilate. However, it will only ventilate atmospheric air at that time, which has an oxygen percentage of 21%. If you want to be able to increase your oxygen percentage above 21, you must have it connected to oxygen. You can also get real-time feedback on what's actually being delivered to your patient over here on the left-hand side, just below the power. As you can see, since we're not actually connected to a real patient, it is showing 0 spontaneous breaths per minute. You can see that it's delivering 507 ml of tidal volume. Let's say that you want to change to CPAP. Just like with any of the other settings, to simply change, you need to select what you want, in this case mode selection, and you can arrow down to where it says non-invasive/invasive CPAP. Lock it in. And it's now set at, once again, an oxygen percentage of 21% with a centimeters of 15 oxygen for your CPAP setting. Now that we've changed it over to the CPAP mode, you may be interested at perhaps putting this person on CPAP with pressure support, or more commonly known as BiPAP. CPAP with pressure support simply requires that the pressure support be in excess of the CPAP setting. Now, 15 is somewhat of a high CPAP setting if you're going to have that with pressure support. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and decrease our CPAP setting down to 5. Once again, it's flashing. I'm going to lock it in. Now, my pressure support is currently at 0, which means that I'm just using CPAP by itself with no additional pressure support. Now, if I want to add, I need to increase this. And we'll say we'll make that 10. What this means is that it's going to deliver 10 centimeters of water pressure when Zach here inhales. And in between breaths is going to continue to deliver 5 centimeters constantly or continuous, hence CPAP. You can adjust this at any time, including the oxygen percentage, so long that you are connected to an oxygen tank of some type. The AHP 300 is actually designed to be plugged in at all times just to maintain battery. It will not decrease its battery life by having it plugged in all the time around the clock charging and while in use. However, it can be operated while not being plugged in. Over here is the power cord. We can simply remove it. Now you can see that the battery level here is full versus flashing earlier, meaning that it was plugged in. It will run for 8 hours without being plugged in, more than enough time to do any form of transport EMS-wise. When it comes to alarms, there are 2 types on the AHP 300. First the alarm that has a big protruding light right here that will beep and will light up red when there currently is a problem ventilating that's requiring you to address it. We're going to demonstrate the alarm now by disconnecting the glove, which will simulate having a disconnect in your circuit from the intubation tube. Now that we have the glove disconnected, you can see that it is alarming, and it will continue to beep, and it will continue to alarm. It also is letting you showing you what is the particular issue, in this case, low airway pressure. Now that I have reconnected our glove, you can see that the protruding light alarm has gone off and it is no longer beeping. However, it is showing you what you had an issue with earlier. It will continue to light up during the course of your transport, just giving you a reminder of what issues you had on this particular transport and what to be on the lookout here in the future. However, you can always reset that alarm by pushing and holding the alarm silent/reset button. That will clear that previous alarm. Your key point here to remember is that everything on this ventilator can be changed simply by selecting what you want to change. So in this case, let's go with inspiratory time. And then you can either increase or decrease. So I'd say I want to decrease my inspiratory time here, or increase it. It doesn't go lower than half a second. Let's say I want to take that breath and make it go over 1.5 seconds. It's flashing. That makes it stop flashing and locks it in. So ultimately, it's just, what do you want to change? Click it, rest per minute, change it, click it again. You can adjust anything from tidal volume, inspiratory time, oxygen percentage, PEEP and CPAP settings, as well as CPAP with pressure support. Star Ambulance paramedics should be able to limit their mode usage with this device to simply 2: volume SIMV for intubated patients, or CPAP with pressure support. So volume SIMV, you can always change that. Now you go to CPAP, which at this point is just 5, with a pressure support of 10. So therefore this is actually CPAP with pressure support. To simply make it CPAP, I would get rid of the pressure support.